Amakhosi fans, welcome. This is Sports Queen. My name is Witness. Guys, join us by subscribing our channel and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. And the high-profile transfer saga involving young talents Valebay and Baartman has come to a significant turning point after months of legal and administrative uncertainty. The two players from Cape Town Spurs were recently declared free agent by both PSL Dispute Resolution Chamber (DRC) and a Safa Attribution Tribunal, clearing the way for their official registration and participation with Kaizer Chiefs. The case arose after Cape Town Spurs' double rejection, first from the top flight, then from the professional ranks, triggered a dispute over the players' contract validity. Spurs insisted the players were still under contract, while Chief argued that due to Spurs' drop into immature division, the contracts were void. After heated legal argument and formal challenge from Spurs, the Safa tributors ruled decisively in favor of the players, and Chief confirming their right to join the Soweto Giants as free agents. The decision not only resolved the immediate transfer controversy, but also set a precedent for how relegation impacts players' contract in South Africa. But before we proceed, guys, Kaizer Chiefs are proud to announce that Marketing and Commercial Director Jessica Montang has been appointed to FIFA Men's Football Stakeholders Committee. Her tenure will span 4 years, commencing this year and concluding in 2029. The appointment was officially announced during the 47th CAF Ordinary General Assembly held in Kinshasa, Domestic Republic of Congo on Monday, 6 October. Jessica rise in African football started with her appointment by CAF to Women Football Standing Committee in 2022. This was followed by her appointment as Deputy Chairperson of CAF African Club Association (ACA), 2 years, a role she continued to fulfill with distinction. We wish you the very best, Jessica, as you continue to make us proud as Amakhosi. So let's proceed with Valebay, and these two players have been officially cleared to play for Kaizer Chiefs. So let's start in background for shorts. What was the situation? Cape Town Spurs was relegated twice, first from the top flight PSL, then from Motsepe Foundation Championship down into mature ranks ABC Motsepe League and NSL National Soccer League rules. Once a club become immature, the argument goes their formal professional player contract may be voided, allowing those players to become free agent. Spurs resisted their interpretation. They claimed that Valebay, Baartman and other player Liam Ben still had binding contract, and those should either return to Spurs or at least generate a transfer fee. So the PSL Dispute Resolution Chamber DRC ruled in favor of Valebay, declare him as a free agent and thereby clearing him to join Kaizer Chiefs. Then the DRC also declared Baartman as a free agent, cleared the way for his move to Kaizer Chiefs. In legal challenge pending appeals, but the victory for the players and Chief is not absolutely final yet. Spurs have appealed the Valebay ruling to Safa Attribution Tribunal, meaning the decision is temporary under review because of the appeal. Some have argued that until Safa give its final ruling, and the registration of Valebay in particular might be in limbo. So in case of Baartman, although the DRC ruling allows Chief to register him, Spurs are expected to challenge or review the decision as well. So what it means for Kaizer Chiefs, Spurs and players. For Chief, if the ruling stand, Chief get 2 players, Valebay and Baartman, essential in free transfer, boosting squad depth without paying high fee. But they must be cautious. If the appeals overturn the DRC decision, they could lose those registration or be complied to negotiate retroactive compensation with Spurs. The club leadership, example Jessica Montang, has publicly committed to follow due to process and not interfering with legal side of things. So for Spurs, they are fighting to enforce what they believe are still valid contract. If they succeed, they could come compensation of forced players to return. The appeal is their main route. They seems to determine not to lose out in the value of their youth asset. For the players, Valebay and Baartman are in pressures but promising spots. The DRC ruling favor them and allow them to move, but Until Safa attribution, especially for Valebay, their status may be uncertain. If the appeal go their way, they could remain free agent and play for Chief without issue. If the appeal favor Spurs, they risk losing their registration or having to negotiate retroactive terms. For Baartman, especially his career is at a sensitive stage, youth potential, a pro registration with Chief can help his development and exposure. In key risk uncertainties, final attributor ruling is pivotal. The Safa Attribution Tribunal decision could reverse or affirm the DRC ruling. Until then, their signing are not entirely secure. Even with DRC clearance, player registration in the league is another step. Club might hesitate to fail the players until legal clarity is fully settled. If the appeal go in Spurs' favor, Chief might be required to pay compensation or even return to players, depending on what the tribunal orders. The legal precedent here is interesting. It tests how contract validity works when a club loses its professional status via litigation. SL rules give an advantage to players in such situation, but club may try to litigate aggressively to protect their assets. So the DRC ruling are quite strong in favor of the players and of Chief. That gives all the foundation for the appeals to be dismissed or moderate. I think it is like that Valebay and Baartman will remain with the Chief, assuming no weird legal twist. If Spurs appeal, they might try to negotiate compensation rather than push for total reverse, especially if they cue that they won't win overright. In the meantime, Chief will probably be cautious about fielding them, especially Valebay, until final confirmation in the end. So on October 8, 2025, Safa attributor Hilton Epstein handed down a ruling declared Arsenal Valebay and Luke Baartman illegal to play for Kaizer Chiefs, effectively validating the clear DRC decision that they were free agent. Captain Spurs issued a statement saying respecting the attribution process and will abide by decision. According to IOL, the ruling gives Chief a major boost to dispute. So for Chief and players, Valebay and Baartman can now officially be felled by Chief, freeing the club from the legal limbo that had held back their debts. But Chief will probably move quick to integrate them into the squad, especially for the club held off playing them until clarity was achieved. So for Spurs, the ruling is clear not with the Spurs wanted. They have expressed disappointment and concerning over the president. This set of for youth development and contract protection. They will like to analyze the full attribution award to see if there are ground for further appeal to a higher tribunal or in line with the Safa and CAS pathways. On contract development question, this decision strengthened the interpretation that when the club regated into immature ranks, some professional contract may become void and NSL role free players. However, it raises serious question for clubs investing in youth. How do you protect your investment if relegation can wipe out contractual value? Spurs themselves flagged this issue in their statement. Guys, thanks for joining. Enjoy.